First of all, again, welcome to MBRSC Science event. This is the second run of the event. We've conducted the first one in 2017 and now in 2019. The purpose of this event, we have lots of outreach activities related to science and education. So please utilize this opportunity to go around and meet the team and also attend workshops. This time we have 2 runs of the workshops. So the workshops will be running at all times, so please feel free to go and attend and learn more about space science and Mars in general. When it comes to the talks, the event is 2 days, so we'll be having different talks along the day, focusing on our projects and Mars science and space science in general. So we'll be focusing on the UAE Astronaut Program, giving an update about the program, the Emirates Mars mission, meeting the team, satellite development, talking more about Earth observation satellites and our projects in MBRSC, and also our Mars 2117 project. Also, we are hosting our 4th annual Emm Science Workshop. The aim of the workshop is to give an overview about Mars science and also the evolution of Mars. It's open for researchers, undergraduates, students, faculty members, anyone basically who's interested in Mars science. Please do attend and use this opportunity to come. The event will be presented by our international experts in Mars sciences as well as local experts and also from the Emm Science team. We are also conducting the Explore Mars competition. The competition basically is a research proposal from students and researchers presenting a concept of operation or basic research about Mars science. We will be announcing the winners of the Explore Mars competition by the end of the event, so please feel free to go in the hall and see the posters and ask the students some questions. Now, UAE in space, basically it all started in this picture here. His Highness Sheikh Zayed bin Sultan Al Nahyan, peace be upon him, sparked the interest when it comes to space and in the UAE. This is himself meeting with the NASA team for the moon landing mission for the Apollo mission. So basically, after this meeting, it sparked an interest in the UAE in terms of space science and astronomy, and also it provided a trigger for the companies and entities here, locally and private, to establish the satellite development industry. Now talking about, it all started with communication satellites such as Thuraya. We have Yasat as well, focusing on communication satellites, and also our projects when it comes to MBRSC. We focus on Earth observation satellites and satellites in terms of development. So it started with DubaiSat 1, as you can see, DubaiSat 2, and also NAIF when it comes to building the capabilities, not just for our engineers, but also the students in universities. We also have, as you know, Khalifasat was launched last year in October, and also DMSat, which is focused on science and getting science, atmospheric understanding of Earth. We also have HOPE probe, which is an outer space mission to study the atmosphere of Mars. Now, if you may allow me, I will read this quote by His Highness Sheikh محمد bin Rashid Al Maktoum. The journey that we started 12 years ago is beginning to bear fruit. Our vision to develop the national space sector is being realized with the development of a spacecraft, the construction of our first local satellite manufacturing facility, the training being given to the Emirati astronauts, and the launch of a comprehensive scientific and research program. We will celebrate the 50th anniversary of the UAE in 2021, and we will give these accomplishments to our future generations on that their dreams will always start from the sky. Very inspirational quote and motivational indeed from His Highness. Now, from the UAE National Space Program, we have 4 programs that comes under that. We have first the Emirates Mars mission, which is focused on understanding Mars atmosphere. We have the satellite development program focusing more, I'm going to be talking more about the Earth observation satellites in MBRSC, and then the Mars 2117 strategy, and also the UAE Astronaut Program. So let me start first with the satellite development program, which is focused on Earth observation satellites. We have Dubai Sat-1, launched in 2009. Of course, as you can see, we can see the resolution gets better as we develop new satellites, ending in Khalifa Sat, which was launched last year, 29th of October 2008, with 0.7 meter resolution. Now, focusing on Earth observation satellites, it's not just providing images, it's also providing scientific analysis and understanding of Earth. You can do a lot of, when it comes to the products that comes out, such as urban applications. We have environmental applications focusing on change detection, so focusing on specific features on Earth and how it changes with time. Site exploration and 3D mapping, basically mapping the mountains here geographically and understanding Earth more. And also disaster management. We can monitor the floods and what happens in specific areas in the UAE and internationally. So there's a lot of application when it comes to Earth observation satellites in terms of science. We have the EMSAT project as well. It's a local partnership with the Dubai municipality. It focuses on monitoring the greenhouse gases in the atmosphere of Earth, basically monitoring aerosols in the atmosphere, providing understanding about these gases more and how they interchange with different composition on Earth, and also finding solutions to challenges we find when it comes to climate change. Now I'll move into Mars 2117. Mars 2117 is a 100-year plan. The mission is to enable UAE to contribute to humanity's interplanetary endeavor, and also the vision is to establish a long-lasting colony on Mars in 2117. If you look at it in a bigger picture, it's a 100-year plan. It's full of initiatives that focuses on these 4 pillars. As you can see, we have education. We focus on the university and students in the university and schools, trying to develop their capabilities when it comes to science and also engineering. We focus on research and development, contribution to the international science community when it comes to research about Mars science and also Earth. Enabling us to be the first people to provide this for not just the UAE, but also in the Middle East, and also building effective partnerships. So it's full of partnerships with international entities in order to develop our capabilities and also to work together as a team. Now, for the UAE Astronaut Program, it was launched in the end of 2000. His Highness announced it at the end of 2007, and we have already selected 2 astronauts, astronaut Hazza and astronaut Sultan. The program's objective is to develop a corps, an astronaut corps of Emirati astronauts, the first UAE astronaut to basically go to the International Space Station and do scientific research. It provides a culture and also inspires new generation here in the UAE, and not just in the UAE, but also in the Middle East. It's a way for also positioning us internationally to be recognized in the human space flight programs, and also it's a vision so that we can change from a knowledge-based economy. So the scientific objective of the UAE Astronaut Program, we want to develop our capabilities when it comes to furthering humanity's knowledge and support future missions by conducting research that will prepare us for human exploration of our solar system or beyond low Earth orbit. And we focus on 6 areas of development that we want when it comes to science. Excuse me. We focus on food security and sustainability, research related to sustainable source of water, human life support, energy and power management, advancing material science, and also planetary contamination management. This is an important part of our development when it comes to human exploration. So I would like to end with the Emirates Mars mission. So as you know, humans by nature, we are very curious. We want to understand more about ourselves, but also the environment we live in and also the planets around us. So we start with expedition. We started first with the North Pole expedition, as you can see here on your right. And then we also talk about the Apollo mission, studying the Earth and studying the moon. And also from the moon, we can also understand about Earth. Voyager mission, sending probe to the outer solar system to understand the planets and the dynamics. And then also one good example, which is HOPE probe, sending a probe to a planet to understand and learn more about it. So the Mert Mars mission was announced in 2014 with 4 program objectives set by His Highness Sheikh محمد bin Rashid. It's to complete orbit insertion by the 50th anniversary of the UAE. So by 2021, we need to be there and provide images for the science community to do research. Excuse me. We contribute to the science and technology sector in the UAE, develop UAE scientific capabilities, and also increase our contribution to the international science community by providing research. So a lot of people usually ask this question, why Mars? Why not other planets? So Mars is considered to be the planet that's closest to us and also in terms of habitability in the solar system. So billions of years ago, Mars used to be believed to be similar to Earth, having a very thick atmosphere with supporting life, basically. And now, as we can see it very arid, very dry atmosphere. And we want to understand what happened to Mars so that we can also understand more about Earth. It's a terrestrial planet, similar to Earth. So we understand, basically, not just on Mars, but on Earth, what happens in terms of dynamics. So a lot of missions have already been to Mars, so how does it make us unique? What are we adding to the international science community, basically, using our mission? So a lot of these missions provide information when it comes to geology, when it comes to the evolution and studying the atmosphere. But specific missions, when it comes to studying the atmosphere, doesn't give us the right information when it comes to climate change. So our mission will provide us with all times of day information that hasn't been given before, such as understanding that will help us understand the evolution of Mars and also the atmosphere in terms of composition and how the dynamic changes. So we will be complementing these missions that have already been to Mars with unique data. We're going to be studying the atmosphere of Mars, lower atmospheres in terms of solar forcing, the exosphere, building blocks of water, hydrogen, oxygen, how it escapes the planet, and also the escape rate of these constituents. We'll be having detailed information about the EMM in our Emm Science Workshop, so please feel free to come and learn more about our instrumentation and also the data that we will be capturing. So I would like to end my presentation with another quote from His Highness Sheikh محمد bin Rashid. Quote, "The pursuit of science and knowledge is among the pillars of any nation's path to sustainable advancement and of the very continuation of civilization in our region and around the world." So thank you so much for listening to this talk, and I'll be happy to answer any question. Thank you.